Alright guys, we're about to take this 02 Pontiac Grand Am Project Mom's car about 1,400 miles to Watertown, New York. And we're going to document it off and on as we go. We've done a lot of work on this car in the last year, so it's got to make the trip up and back. So let's see how it does, guys. As you can see, we're all set here. We got that's got to be dropped off. We got our trip log right there. We got our tripod. We got our phone stand here. We got our new charge port installed down here with backup fuses in the back. Trunks full of tools, as you would expect from this little adventure of ours. And so we're going to leave, and we'll take you along with us. So let's see how we do. Pretty foggy out here. We're in Hardinsburg, Kentucky, at the second smallest Walmart in America. We've gone 100 miles since we left home. See, not much to see out here. So we got a lot more to go, so we'll catch up to you in the morning. Well, we are in Ashland, Kentucky. I'll give you an update on the car. Can't really see too much. Kind of looking at the dashboard right now. We did have a little bit of an issue with fuel on the first round, but we seem to be doing really good now. It's 3:30 in the morning, and we're about ready to go into West Virginia. Can't really show you a whole much because it's dark out. You can see we're at a truck stop. So, see y'all in the morning. Fog. Check out this fog. We're on North Interstate 79, just outside of Weston, West Virginia. Check out this fog. It's like almost 7 in the morning. That's how we're doing so far on our gauges. Check this out. This is some soupy fog. What do you think about that, guys? Coming up. Let's see, I think our next exit's Southwest, which is the one we need to get off of for just a minute. Oh, look at that, all cleared right back up. Check that out. I know my camera doesn't do it near as much justice as it should be. But, yeah, we're halfway through West Virginia, almost to Pennsylvania, so we'll see you here in a little bit then. It's been like this most of the day. Construction all over the place. Might have to find another way home because going home is going to be even worse. Coming around the corner, we should be going into Pennsylvania, which means we got to get through Pennsylvania to New York, so we're going to be running up to Erie. Yep, here we come. Here's our signs. Now we've made it to Pennsylvania. See that? We made it to Pennsylvania. We're doing really good. Next stop, we're going to have to get some gas. We're on our third fill up. So far so good. That's Mount Morris over there, in case you're wondering. So, I'll see you guys in Erie. Well, we made it to Erie. There we go. I'll just kind of hold it like that. We're getting ready to do our turn. Gotta slow it down a little bit. We're at 161 miles and just behind 3/4 tank. So I think we're going to take it into New York. We're not going to stop where I normally stop. So we got to go 90 East Buffalo. This is what Erie looks like, folks. Kinda. You're going to see more of it here in just a second. Now slow down so don't crash. To get onto I-90, one of the busiest roads in America. And you'll see why here in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now in Erie, Pennsylvania. go ahead and call it good on this one, and we'll pick it up when we get ready to cross into New York. So we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, we're going to be rolling up into New York here in just a minute. Pennsylvania and New York look like when they come together. Here comes our sign. Welcome to New York. Coming up in the Finley Lake region. Yeah, we're about 30 miles from Jamestown. Don't even know how to pronounce that county. Next time I pop it on, we're going to be at the rest area, which is 22 miles from here. I'm going to show you something pretty awesome if you haven't seen it before. So I'm going to get back to driving. We'll see you here in a minute. This is Lake Chautauqua, I think it's called. Chautauqua. It's an Indian name. I'm going to kind of walk a little bit closer here. You can see how big this thing is. It goes all the way down. See that? It goes all the way down. Yep. This is worth the trip right here, folks. To be able to see this. I think on the other side there is Pennsylvania, but don't quote me on that. Kind of like the Indiana-Ohio thing. Or no, Indiana-Kentucky thing. Don't quote me on it though. I might put some stills in here because there's a plaque too that you can get a picture of that explains the area. And then if you look back there, those are solar panels back there. Yep, this is usually it's not so cloudy out, but this is what it is. I've got about another 8 hours of driving to do before I get to Watertown. So we're going to be going past the corning plant. Oh look, there's boats on the river right there. Look at that. Catches some boat racing. Look at that. There's another one right there. We're going to be going past the Corning glass plant, but I won't be able to record it or nothing. I think the next time we stop is going to be at a town called Horseheads. So you can see, well, you won't be able to see them, but there's like 4 roundabouts within about a mile of each other. Then of course we're going to be going up past the Finger Lakes, which I probably won't be able to get a picture of, because it's probably going to be dark by the time I get there. So we'll take a short break and then onward we go. So we're up in the garage, and I did the oil change on the truck. Truck's out there. And that's what happened to the filter, because it wouldn't come off. There's the rest of it right there. So this seal right here, it was stuck to the engine. Worst one I've ever done. I ended up having to buy a pair of vice grip oil filter pliers from Harbor Freight to get it off. So that is why you don't use Ford filters, people, because they're even a problem on Fords. And this was on a Dodge, on a 3.9 Dodge. So yeah, I'm getting ready to head back home. I pulled a quart of oil out of the truck, supposed to be 5 quarts, so the truck was in bad shape. It needed a whole 5 quarts put in it for the oil change, and then it also needed a gallon of antifreeze. So we may be doing an engine rebuild on it one day. So I'm gonna load this stuff up in the trunk, and probably gonna have to head home early because we've got some issues going on down at the shop, so I got to get down there and take care of it. So we'll see if we can record some going home, but I might get a little bit outside here in a minute for you guys, but that's what's going on. We're on Parish Road up here in, I guess it's Pontiac, New York. Big city's Watertown. I'm sorry about all the bugs on my windshield, but we're on our way over to my grandmother's cemetery where she's buried, so we can say goodbye to her before I head home. So we're leaving a little earlier. It's 9/11 today. I was going to leave tomorrow, but we got a nasty storm coming to us, courtesy of a tropical storm or hurricane, whatever you want to call it. So I got to leave early. So I'm going to go say goodbye to Grandma and Grandpa over here at the cemetery. It's right over there where them trees are. Can't really see too much. And then we'll be on the road towards home. We are at the 79 southbound rest stop in West Virginia. We are almost home. It is just about sunrise. I've been driving all night. We drove nonstop through New York. Then I took a 30-minute break in Harbor Creek, Pennsylvania at the Travel America there. That's our rest stop here in West Virginia. So 159 miles left of Interstate 79. Then I've got about 50 miles left of I-64 before I get to Kentucky. So still got a lot of driving. Car's been running okay. We had some issues back in New York, so I don't think the car likes New York too much. There's some houses for you over there. I didn't tell you, but the window tint on the car is too dark. It's a 48 on his gauge, and it has to be 70 or better. So if we do give the car to Mom, like we're planning on, we're going to have to pull all the tint off the window. So I'm going to take a short break, and then we will continue on. Alright, we're about to cross over into Kentucky. Thought you guys might want to see that. We're at 202 miles on the trip odometer from the last time we filled up. So as soon as we get into Kentucky, we're going to have to get gas again. We're about 123 miles away from Lexington. So we're just about back home again. Everything's running fine. So I think after we fill up this last time, I'm going to go ahead and just drive the rest of the way, and then we'll wrap it up when I get back to the shop. Because everybody knows what Indiana looks like. See if we can get ahead of this truck here. Comes our sign. 191 miles to Indiana on 64. That's what that means. Top of the hill, we'll cross into Kentucky. And then the next time you see me, or you hear me, more or less, because you haven't seen me, will be when we get back to the shop, and we'll do a wrap up. Most of my driving at night, that's why you don't see a lot of footage. It's hard to film at night. That's Ashland over there. We are back in Kentucky, everybody. So I'm gonna bust this out. I'll see y'all at the shop. We're on the home stretch. We're on US 60. What you're seeing is the outskirts of Fort Knox. Yeah, really, there's not much to it. They make a bigger deal out of it than what it is. I drive this road every time I have to go to Pole Park. And so what you're looking at is Fort Knox in a nutshell. The main gate's up here, but we're not going to show that for you here. You're going to have to just come out and see it for yourself. So I got about another 2 hours till I'm back to the shop, and then we'll wrap this up and then do all that fun stuff in about 2.5 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, this was a long drive. So, let's shut the car off and let's talk about what we got to do going forward. Okay. Hey, it's still light enough our sensors didn't kick on. Alright, let's get out and take a look. Alright. Okay, so we made it. I didn't think we would because these cars have a bad rap for being unreliable. This one here is one of the good ones. So what happens now is I will clean the car out because it is a disaster. I'll get all the New York dirt off the bottom of it there, get it all cleaned back up. We will do what is known as a post-trip inspection, where I will go through from front to back. I'll check the lights, tires, all that stuff. We did have a couple issues on the road that I need to address. I'll get a list made, and then I'll get the parts together, and then we will knock it out. So, but yeah, the old Grand Am just made it 2,400 miles from Mount Vernon to Watertown, New York and back. Did an excellent job. So this was the first time ever doing a traveling vlog, so I hope you like it. If you have suggestions or if you want to see another one, let me know. I'll be happy to do one. Maybe we'll run the shop car to St. Louis or something, I don't know. But the only thing I had to do was add a quart of oil, but then those of you that own Ecotechs know that you got to do that occasionally. So I'm going to go and get some sleep, and I will see you guys on the next one.